I am here. Only 6 minutes late today. Thought it'd be later, honestly. That's okay. Suppose it's a good thing to not be late. Hey, Violet Rose, how you doing? Music? Yeah, so hyped. Hopefully it comes out well. Last time I tried to stream, I kept getting disconnected from the server. So, we'll see what happens today. I've been looking forward to playing, but I'm also quite nervous. You just got up for the stream? Well, flattered. Yeah, I did. Did you have troubles as well? Not just a me thing? Tried to see if anybody else had issues on the forums, but when I checked, nobody was saying anything about it, so I'm hoping it was just a one-day thing. Because it was really, really disappointing, because I was really excited to play last week. You couldn't play? Okay, good. Well, not good, but I'm glad to know I wasn't the only one. I just started making, like, an underground rail here. I hadn't built the building around it or anything. I was going to make an underground railway to, transport between different locations, like over here and stuff. And up here. But I hadn't gotten around to it yet, because while I was in the middle of doing it, the game kept on kicking me out. So I was bummed. You got 3 new DLCs? Ooh, nice. Which ones? Oh, guess they're coming down here. They're not supposed to be down here yet. It's under construction. Go away. Aquatic, Africa, and exotic, or Arctic? Nice. I think I have aquatic, and I don't know, I guess I could probably just check. What's that? I don't know how to check from here. Go to this page, that'll tell me. Probably. Which ones do I have? It's not the right place to look. I have North American animals, wetlands animals, aquatic animals, European pack, and Australia pack. I didn't buy any DLCs. I suppose there's probably some big sales going on right now for them. So maybe it would have been a good idea, but there's a lot of DLCs. I couldn't really decide on which one I would have wanted anyway. Besides, I haven't even used up all the animals I've gotten so far. Right, okay, what was I doing? I was building this track. I was almost done with it, I think. Got pretty far along. Oop, now I can't see anything. I think I was like right at the end of the track. Trying to fit it into the the other one down here. There. Oop, nope, that's wrong. I meant to make it shorter. No, my track. Can't. Aw. now I gotta go back to this side. Oh. Hit track. I wanted to make it shorter so that I could get it at more of an angle. Ideally. Hopefully. Oh, please. Is that gonna work? I don't think it is. Can you autocomplete? Oh. Ooh. Okay, I might have to just delete this one. This one. And then sort of make sure it's shorter. Come on. And try and get it to curve in that way. think the problem might be because I didn't make multiple tracks. I decided to try and connect different stations together, which I don't think you can do. I'm going to assume you can't if this doesn't work. But... it looked like it wanted to, but I guess not. I'll just line it up then, where I want it to be, and then I'll delete the other one. Oh, it lines up perfectly, too. Just about. Shame. Oh well. That's where I want it to be, so... delete that one. Oh, can I get through there? Yes. Right. Hopefully that kept the exact parameters I was looking for. Another station here. Exiting, entering on the right side. Right side. That's just about where I was aiming for. They're really cheap right now. That's why you got yourself two, and your boyfriend got you one as well. Oh, nice. That's very cool. Very cool and sweet. Am I going to be able to line it back up with that? Maybe. It'll have to come out around here. Or... actually, you know what? I think I want this one here to go out that direction. Do I? Maybe this one can go straight across the other side of the park. Zoo? Zoo. Whee. If I want that one to go all the way over to... is this the wrong button? All the way over to here. Somewhere. Oh no, did I actually delete the station? Yeah, I did. Crackers. Is not quite centered the way I'd like it to be. It's to come just about straight ahead. There you go. That's not quite, because I need it to be. Well, I need to be one track longer. One track, then station, and then it's really just sort of way out there, but it'll work. It's what it's. Oops, it's where I need it to be. So that'll work out fine for me. Who knows? Hey, Patat. First, new, and high. Wow. Happy New Year's Eve, yeah. 100% do. Cause it didn't let me. I don't know why. I tried and it wouldn't work. Especially in Control Z, which would undo it like that. So that just pushed me above the ground. But yeah, if you press Control Z, it does that. If you press Control Shift Z, Control Y, it puts it back. I don't know why it deleted it when I did it earlier. It just did. Also, the track's on the wrong side anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I need it to be on the right side, not the left side. So that's fine. There. And just to stop myself deleting it again, I'm going to put the track straight ahead. Just there, so I don't accidentally delete it again. I keep popping above the ground, which is the worst part about making this. It's just keep popping above the ground over and over again. But the important part is that it's done. This part doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for this to be here. This giant tunnel was just so I could position the other railway on the same ground level. But what I'm going to be doing is the same exact thing, but that direction. I'm going to go vaguely where I want this to be. Whee! And then push it all in push the ground super far down. And then just move the terrain until I get where I want to go. So, like here. And the foundation. Just gonna be like some weird statues, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, you're so close to 500. You're really hoping you can get it before 2024 hits? Yeah, I saw that. Very cool. Very excited for you. Undo terrain is a bit really weird in the game. It only does a tiny bit of it. Yeah. Hey, you get used to it after a while. It's not so bad. Oh, 50 stream streak. Amazing. How far... where am I? I've discovered an issue with my plan of going along the ground. I have no idea where I actually am. I have a vague idea. I think I'm under the aquarium right now, but I don't know the exact location. I would just push up. Can I just like push up? Just pull. Push. Where am I? Ah. No, I'm quite a bit further than I was. I'm also very much off to the side. Well, you know, it's not the worst. I could have been much further out. Just gonna have like massive like mole tunnels throughout the park nobody's gonna know about. Like massive sinkholes forming all over the place. Alright, so here's where I need to go across. And I'll find it from there you go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, how do I get to where I want to go? It's just gonna be right there. I hope. I hope. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I wouldn't know it. It's pretty close. I didn't get it exactly. Now we have just several giant tunnels. Anyway. But yes, it is very much midnight on the 31st, where I guess we are. Early morning. Yeah. Well, it's early morning if you've woken up, but it's late night if you've still not slept. You gonna do one more stream today and try and make it? Well, good luck. I hope you get there. I don't need to close up the tunnel, but I don't want a bunch of like random tubes around the place I won't be able to like find my way out of if I accidentally get lost. This isn't some sort of horror movie. This is just me making a zoo with an underground railroad that leads to another part of the zoo. Oh, actually, I do want this open. Think about it. I'm gonna have to make another track that leads over to the other series of tubes that I've set up. Anyway, 15 hours till New Year here. Cool. Mole people taking over the world is true. You'll be a mole person. It's like the scene from Atla. Oh yeah. Sorry, I very rarely see it abbreviated. Yeah. Secret tunnel and the mole people, or the badger moles. That's what they are, right? Badger moles. Aw, nice. Very kind. So close. Push. I keep doing push when I mean to do pull. Do I want to do this right now? Maybe. I wish there was a way to, like, indicate where I want to go to. Kind of, because I want to, like, find the other area. It's this direction. Is there a way to, like... I guess I could just, like, grab it from here and push that direction. Would work very well. So I think it's vaguely that way. See if I can get there. Oh, it's pretty close. Wrong tunnel, though, I realize now. This is the correct tunnel. I'm almost there. I've cleared this out, and I'll worry about it in a second. This isn't Planet Zoo anymore. It's underground tunnel working. You're not wrong. I'll make an enclosure pretty soon. I just really wanted to get this sort of thing started so I could remember to do. Because I started having congestion problems where all of my my people would like get caught like pathing around the place. And it was kind of bothering me. I wish you could like delete things like that. So I want to get rid of that, but oh yeah, you can. Oh, look at that. Never mind. I immediately solved my problem. Yeah. So when I go up to the surface, there you go. The paths get really like full, right? People start to like bump into each other. They get stuck on each other, stuff like that. And I don't mind it most of the time, but like right here especially is like really like bad because all these people here want to go this direction. All these people here want to go this direction. And same with this. These people want to hang out, look at the deer. These people want to go this direction. People here want to go this direction. I figure if I put in an underground like subway system, then I can have people get further across the park or the zoo without bumping into each other with the paths. You know, stuff like that. I guarantee that was a low welfare check for the badgers. It's a hard word, yeah. Planet Tunnel. It could be Planet Tunnel. I could do a full stream of just tunneling. It wouldn't be particularly entertaining, I don't think, but interesting. I might just leave those open so I can come back to them later. This one's not necessary, but it's too late now. Found out a really amazing mod for Lethal Company. Hey, is it the Skinwalker one? Because I remember seeing that posted on Twitter a lot, and people were really, really hype about that one. Oh, I thought I had a white turtle, a tortoise. I was excited for a second, but nope, just a metal plate on the ground. Just fine. Perhaps it is the Skinwalker mod, perhaps it's not. It's the one that, like, mimics your friends' voices in-game, and it has, like, really good, like, timing and stuff. Tiny, cute, slow cutie. It's very, I love tortoises. They're so cute, and, like, silly. I don't know. How's my moose doing? Did it grow up yet? Which one was my baby moose? There it is. Oh, I got more than one now. Just fling myself out of the rocks. Got two baby moose. Moosei. Got Yule. And Embe. Okay. How's my platypus enclosure doing? I haven't looked at this in a long time. Oh, that one's infertile. Because they're elderly? It is. This one's an outsider. Oh, I think I boxed this one up so they didn't get in a fight. Are my people not taking care of my animals? What's going on? Also, do platypus quack? They have duck bills, but they're mammals. Do they like... What kind of noises do they make? Well, I mean, you look like this, you might quack, you know? It's hard to say. Oh, yes, that turtle needs to live. Yeah, all turtles live. The problem you have with a tortoise, I assume, is you can't type that. Turtle, turtle, turtle. What's casting a shadow? It's the moon. I see. It has a bill that quacks. Me. Probably. Yeah. I mean, kind of, right? Like, I guess a duck bill has... Like, does a... What does a goose do? A goose honks, right? A goose has a bill. Is it a bill? Not quite as flat. The deer just love pooping all over the place. These deer are a nightmare. Like, 90% of the zoo that I have to clean up is this pen right here. If there's ever, like, a notification telling me I have a dirty enclosure, it's safe to assume it's this one. I mean, there's a lot of deer in here, and it's a very small area for this many deer, but, like... They really just, like, pooping all over. Okay. What kind of animal would I like to put in my zoo next? I didn't have any plans. I was too busy remembering that I needed to do that underground thing. I think I added Arctic foxes last time. Prairie dogs? That'd be kind of fun and cute. Sea lions. I have some gray seals. I could add some sea lions. I doubt they would live together very well, considering they're on different sides of the world. But you never know. They probably have generally the same desires. I was gonna save this one for when I went to when I made a South American zoo. It is the same. It's the same one every time. It's the same badger, always upset. Walks too close to it walks too close to the wall, and it's like, oh no, there's people out there, and then it runs away. The lynx might be fun. I have a couple of cats already though. Well, cat adjacent. I've got the badgers. I could add some more deer, but deer are always so stinky. Got some grizzlies already. Penguin. I could do a penguin. I don't see why not. I'd have to designate a swimming zone for them, but otherwise shouldn't be an issue. How many are in a colony? 500. Okay, well, that's good to know. You really would like the penguin? Okay. I will make them. I'm not going to get 500 of them. I should probably check on their group sizes. 6 male, 6 female, and then an amount of however many. So just all of them. Longevity's bad, but not much to be done about it. As long as fertility's good, they'll breed. That's good. How are they with offspring? They don't mind offspring. Confident with humans. The guests can enter the habitat. Oh. That's kind of fun. I don't think I'll do that, but I'm glad that they can. Lived to 26 years. Oh, they're really short-lived for birds. Maybe we can call one Benedict. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think he genuinely doesn't know how to pronounce penguin? Or was it like a bit he did as a joke? Patat woke up. Oh no. There is a mini Patat. Yes. I don't know how old she is, but yeah. Laziest Patat has a mini Patat. does, but it kind of got weird. He got interviewed for that documentary. Ah. Curious. I imagine it's like something... It's like an accident that got out of hand, maybe. Guests think tickets are underpriced. Oh, I love it when they say that. That means I can crank up the prices again. I love cranking up the prices. I don't, like, I don't know if I actually do. Now that I think about it, I would never enter a zoo that cost me $40-something. Like, no matter how good the zoo was, I think $40-something for, like, a day trip in to walk around a zoo probably is a bit too much for me. I think maybe about, like, $25 or $30 I'd probably be okay with, but 40 or higher is a bit like, no thanks. So all of my snow zones were like going this direction. And this is also my sea zones. So if I'm going to make penguins, they're going to be around here, I think. That way they sort of go in the same direction. But that means I have to figure out an enclosure that'll work. And I don't know if I should make the... penguin enclosure elevated, like the other two, or if I should make it into the ground. Because people like seeing the animals swim, probably. But I want it to be underground. Because right now I have 2 water enclosures. I have the platypus, which is here, and the seals, which are here. And they both are elevated in that when you look into the enclosure, they're swimming around. You can see them at ground level. But I don't know if I want to do that for the penguins or not. I feel like I could. I kind of like the guests being able to look in and see them, but it also makes it difficult for pathing, because I have to make a path here. But they only eat on land, and guests like to watch them while they eat, so I'd have to put them up here as well. Like, I'd have to make another, like, overhang, whatever. And that's very difficult to do. Oh, the baby seals. Okay, I don't want to build a barrier. I want to look at the seal. He didn't do it on purpose, but he also knows how to say it, so yeah. I see. If you include parking, it's about $40 for the zoo near you. Ah, really? Wow. Much is a cinema ticket where I am? Comparison? Depends on if you want popcorn and drinks. If you just pay for the ticket itself, it's like $12. Depending on the time of day, I guess. 15 during peak hours, 12 during not peak hours. So many babies. Yeah, if you were to buy like popcorn and a drink at the movie theater, you'd probably end up paying around $30, I would think. But if you just buy the ticket to the movie, then it's going to be about 12 to 15. 16 for you? Yeah, so that's just about average, I would think. Of course, like everybody knows that the amenities at the cinema are the scam. That's where they get all their money from, is the popcorn and drinks. And the candies and stuff. Okay, I need to build this path here, coming out here and around this direction. Because I don't want to add another, like, intersection at this part here. I think I'm going to move this lamppost to here. Then grab a path and attach it here. I don't want to get too close to that staff building because they whine and complain about it. I do think I want to make this terrain even, which is going to be messing with the whole terrain distance thing I was trying to avoid screwing with. I wanted to make sure it wasn't too manufactured, but I do need it to be flat. Otherwise, it's going to cause me trouble, like always. And that actually does help me a bit, because that means I can have, like, an overhang bit here, where people can come up and walk along this path and look at things, and then I could have, like, an underwater bit here. People can, like, see the penguins swimming around. Oh, that's a really big enclosure. It's probably too big. How much space do they need? If I get, like, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get, like, maybe 10 each. Maybe a bit more than that. Maybe, like, 20. It'll be kind of hard to maintain them at that amount, but we'll see. They don't need very much space at all. Wow, their enclosure space is tiny. How can they live? They're so clumsy and chonky. Well, I imagine the herd mentality helps a lot. Like, they get eaten a lot, too. But, like, if they're on land, I imagine being together in, like, a big group probably fends off most predators that would try to attack them. In the water, they probably swim quite quickly. Watch time. I don't have bots set up in my chat, I'm afraid. I did at one point, but I took it out because I heard it had a security issue, so alright, I'll just get rid of it. So, I haven't put it back. But I might have to at some point. Anyway, so yeah, the enclosure doesn't need to be very big, so maybe I won't make it that big. Maybe I'll split it off from here instead, and have it come around to this side. And maintain this idea, but on a much smaller scale. Like that. I'll have to, of course, make the habitat barrier first to see if I get the right size, and then I can worry about it after the fact. I'll probably have to move my my staff room and my power station around before. Oops, no, I don't want that. I want it to curve around almost exactly until I get to the point where I want the staff to enter. Yeah, that's good enough. That's not where I wanted that to go. There you go. Okay, and the staff's gonna come in here and, like, fiddle around, drop off some food for the penguins, and the guests can come and look at here. So I'm gonna have this come around. I do want them to be able to see them swimming around, too. It's too close to the staff path. Do I need this windmill here anymore? I don't think I do. I have a power station right there. Guess I'll find out in a second when I look at the overview. Heat map to see what the power is. Yeah, I made sure to have this connected. We're good. It's all good. A moose is pregnant. Oh no. I mean, all good, but like I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get to see it happen. So I didn't get to congratulate the poor moose. Well, poor moose, as if that's relevant. Okay, so we're gonna have the swimming bit down here. I'm gonna push the terrain down. My words aren't coming out right, but I think you understand what I'm meaning. I'm gonna have to, like, have a little runway. That's not what I call it. Yeah. Down path. Here. I can get in and out. That's pretty steep, actually. It's all stone right now. I'll change all that eventually. Well, I guess it's going to be mostly ice, isn't it? So I don't need to worry about it too much. Give me a pull right there. No, never mind. Give me a push right there instead. The guests aren't going to want to go along the outside over here at all, because there's not going to be anything over there for them to walk towards, so I need to have them go here. Only to, like, look at the enclosure. And if I put this here, I can probably fuse that in there. Yep. I've learned how to use paths. That's not going to be a good view of a penguin from there. I might just keep it there. Yeah, that'll be good. So once they get to this stage, they can look at it and be like, ooh, wow, penguin. Penguins. Penguins. I have to redeem. We'll do a name redeem and name one Gunther. Well. I need to like fix this issue. It's close enough. Okay, I need to make sure I have a flat bit of land here to work with. For the employee to come in, place food and stuff. Right, there you go. Gonna get some breakfast, coolio. I will have inquiries as to what you make for yourself when you return. Always curious about what people like to eat, because food is great. Give me a glass habitat door, please. Okay, how tall do I want this? I need to make sure that the water doesn't spill over anywhere. I think it's here is probably the point where I need to start evening it out. Uneven? Yeah. Come on now. It's weird that it has to be like below. You want it to like attach. This. Although, maybe I should have it go further around the side so guests can actually look at the penguins while they swim. Because I feel like it wouldn't be very fun to have this whole thing set up here. Just to have them not see the penguins at all. I don't really need this glass on this side because there's nobody going to be seeing them. I might put these all into a different watertight material. Like this, I guess. That's watertight. It doesn't need to be the, it can't be gabion because it's not watertight, and it doesn't need to be glass because nobody's going to be looking at it. I suppose I could make it a null barrier and put rocky terrain there. That might work as a, as like a wall. That might be kind of fun. Let's do that. We'll have to still raise these up to match the height. Which is a lot harder to do when you can't see the barrier that you're messing with. Oh, weird. I didn't make that path nearly as much as I thought I did. Okay, so that's all going to be null barrier. Means I have to make an effort to figure it out. Also going to turn all of this into one-way glass. But this one needs opposite side for whatever reason. Same with all these. Oh. Now the penguins won't see the humans looking at them. Which is great. No more nerves for the poor penguins. Not to say they had them to begin with, I suppose. Go. Just more gradual that way. Yeah, that'll be alright for now. I don't need to fiddle with it too much. It's not really going to be an issue. Also, this isn't nearly as high as I thought it was, which really irks me a lot. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? It's actually fine. The water's not going to be that high. I also don't know if they need hard shelter. I'm going to guess they don't, because I can't imagine where penguins would find hard shelter. Why is this obstructed? Is it because of the fact that this isn't currently... It's because it's null, I guess. Some penguins live in caves? Do they? I don't know. I don't know much about penguins. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna put a bunch of rough rocks here and see if that makes it work for me, because maybe it won't. Aquatic and tundra? Yeah, that's what I want. Ice. I want ice walls. Okay. Keep me posted, because I have no idea and I'm kind of curious. I've only ever seen penguins living, like, on shorelines. Like, but maybe that's specifically for, like, mating? Not for living? This is probably watertight, right? Just like a big hunk of ice. If it's not watertight, I'm going to be a little bit grumpy. It's not a hard thing to make, like it doesn't take that long. But boy, do I hope it works. I also need to make sure to put them inside the barrier, because I don't want to be warned about escaping penguins constantly. If this does work. If it ends up working, it's going to be a backdrop for the guests, so penguins don't need... I don't need to refine it. Because it's going to be a facade. The penguins won't know the difference either. They're animals. Ones there here live on the beach, scrub. Are they what are they called? What kind of penguins are they? Aren't they like puffins or something? Is a puffin a penguin? No. Is it? Is a puffin a penguin? That's not right. That's not what I think I'm thinking of a different penguin that reminds me of a puffin. A puffin is not a penguin. Yeah, I think I know that. I don't know why I said puffin. There's a penguin that, to me, looks like a puffin. That is the incredibly wrong way to put that. That's really annoying. Need advanced movements. Accidentally grabbed the wrong rotating bit. Okay. I could try that now and see if that's watertight. What is that? I'm getting an orange sign, but I can't see what it says. That orange sign back. I want to know what it says. Calculating. It's saying calculating. Okay, so there's valid. But this isn't watertight, apparently. According to the game. just fine, but I really thought it would be. Needed a Google, and a puffin there is called a parrot diver. That is an apt description. I guess it looks like a parrot, like it's white and has a colorful nose, right? It's white and black and it's colorful bill. Bill? Beak. Surely it's a beak. Oh wait, hold on. Is there a barrier here? The barrier there. How come this isn't working? It's not doing what I thought it was, which is fine. I don't mind it terribly, but I was hoping it would work. It doesn't. So I think what I'll have to do instead is make a mountain to, like, encase the area. I can fiddle with that. Yeah, select, please. Oh, gee. It's the middle of winter. Why is there a mosquito? What the heck is that about? Give me a second. There. It's dead. I've eliminated the mosquito. It's a pest and must be destroyed. I muted the microphone so you couldn't hear my act of violence, but I want you to know that it was... Some patooties. That's a funny emote. I'm worried it's against terms of service, but it is very funny. It's a depiction of a booty, which I think is against the rules, technically. A very cute 1-minute platypus video with a volume warning for the background aquarium noises. Well, seeing them everywhere doesn't mean it's allowed. Which can't police everything. Not easily, anyway. I was expecting like platypus noises. I wasn't expecting just a cute platypus swimming around. But it is very cute. They don't really make noises? Oh, really? Ah, that's a shame. I bet they'd be cute noises. Aren't platypus, like, venomous? Don't they have, like, venomous hooks on their back feet or something? They hooks as if they're not claws. Is it just like an irritant, or is it like actually like dangerous? Don't try doing this with the platypus. Yeah, well, I guess that makes sense. But there's some pretty decently big streamers who have butt emotes. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've seen a lot of emotes get removed and people get in trouble. So I wouldn't risk it, but I have no other grounds to like criticize or question I guess until it's a problem, it's not a problem, right? I am going to, however... Oh, God, where do I want to begin my mountain? I guess, like, here. Begin it there. That's not what I meant to do, but... Oh, well. There you go. It's fine. I need to connect it up anyway. I just wanted to be a little bit smoother about it. Actually, delete it a little bit. I'm going to make it go at an angle. It's dangerous. Not sure if lethal or not. Well, everything is lethal in Australia, so it's hard to imagine it's not. The last one's named Butt. Well, regardless of the legality on Twitch, it's a very lovingly rendered butt on your potato. Okay, now I kind of want to pull... Not pull, so much as I want to have like a sheer cliff face, like going overhead. It's not like that, though. Find the right angles to make it do that. I say cliff face as if I'm saying like vertical, which is not what I mean. Go. So to here, get along that edge. It's uncooperative, but I'm sure I'll manage. Okay, now it's probably good enough. There you go. I could probably actually turn that into a null barrier once it hits the edge. Right about here. I think it could turn into a null barrier without causing me any real issue. See, without it causing me really any real issues. If my English speaking would work today, I'm afraid my vocabulary is lacking as I am quite tired. Platypus are very shy and people don't get venomed often. Only the males have spurs, though. That's weird. Well, I guess it's not that weird, is it? I was gonna say it's weird because a lot of animals in the animal kingdom, the female is the venomous species, but I guess maybe that only relates to insects, and I hadn't considered otherwise. There. I know that, like, black widows are a good example of, like, the females are venomous, but the males aren't. Or if they might be venomous, but not nearly as venomous. Pretty confident I'm not gonna have to worry about penguins climbing this mountain. But I have seen that one video game where you play as two penguins attached by a rope. And they were pretty good at climbing mountains, so... Really, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's probably safe. If I was a penguin, I'd have a real hard time getting up there with my little waddly feet. I can also probably put rocks there to make it a little bit less, obviously, like a null path. Obstructed. My butt obstructed. Oh, there we go. It's fine. That's a lot of water. I don't need this much water, I don't think. I think this is an incredibly large penguin enclosure. I didn't even check to look. Magnus the Red is hungry. Well, eat. There's 2 food bowls for you. Because you're getting kind of populated in there. Alright, let's see. How big is this area? It's probably quite large. Yeah, it's incredibly large, actually. It's so very, very large. Even if I had 20 penguins, penglings, I think I would need far less space than this. If I upped it to like 100, maybe it would be more accurate. Like desired amounts. I can't even type 100 in this log. 99. 600, 400 swimming area, 200 deep water. And I have 1,000. Like, I've got like less land than I would need for 100 penguins. The water area is like incredibly a lot of it. It's just too much space, but I don't really want to shrink it any further because I'm lazy, and that would take effort. But then none of the guests can see the penguins if I did that. So maybe it is worth, like, making smaller. I suppose the easiest way to do that would be to cut off this section. That way I wouldn't have to delete the entire water pool I've made. But I can expand this land out by just grabbing it and dragging it. And then I can just grab this whole thing and pull it across. I'm going to cut off the mountainside to here. Go. Maybe it would even be prudent to, like, make that a walking path. The guests have more room to view the penguins. It would make it a lot less cool, but like people would get a look at them at least. That's an important aspect of a zoo, I think. I'm making a penguin enclosure, a king penguin enclosure. But I don't really know what I'm doing with it exactly yet, so I'm just sort of messing around and finding out that it's way too big. It does not need to be anywhere near that large. The venom is not lethal to humans, yet it produces excruciating pain. That's not good. That may be intense enough to incapacitate a victim. Swelling rapidly develops around the entry wound and gradually spreads outward. Information obtained from case studies shows that the pain develops into a long-lasting hyperalgesia that can persist for months, but usually lasts from a few days to a few weeks. A clinical report from 1982 showed that the severe pain was persistent and did not respond to morphine. Ooh, wow. Platypus. Dangerous. Just read in terms of service for emotes, and you think technically yes, but emotes aren't allowed, but then also gun and knife emotes wouldn't be allowed either. Yeah, I think there's a gray area that you have to like dance around, and if it can always be exceptions. Twitch has more to worry about than shiny butts and knife emotes. Maybe, yeah. Better get the big penguins then. I am getting the big penguins. I'm getting the king penguins, which are the biggest penguins? I assume? I presume? Without any sort of knowledge? Aside from the fact that they're named king, which makes me assume they're the larger ones, because... I don't know. Reasons. You know. Okay, now I need to flatten this whole area. Delete this, because it's just being weird. Nope, just this part. It's not cooperating here. Need to flatten this to foundation. That's not going to work, of course. This as well. I might also delete that path just to make this easier. Smooth that out so it doesn't cause me any problems when I try to make the path to it. Oops, the game does not like me doing that for whatever reason. Got your breakfast now? What did you make? What food? That's fine. Just move around here. This part, though, I cannot have that weird obstruction there. Can't handle it. It bothers me. I wish that the terrain tool would not care about the path or about the barriers, because I would really like to just adjust this section of the terrain, but to do that I have to like grab it and drag it away and fix it from here. There. Now if you'll excuse me, I want that back. It's not going to connect automatically, of course. Oh, I have to connect it. I don't remember where it was connected at, so instead of connecting it, I'm just going to delete it and then come back later and finish it from there. Not come back later, come back now. There, that's gone. Now I go back over here and do it this way. I did want to make it a little bit smaller, but I don't remember how much smaller. And that's very off center. I wanted this to be a place where they could like walk up to so guests can see them, but not so much that it would be like weird. You need a penguin emote? I would do it, but it's not super relevant. If I made I could make an emote for every animal in Planet Zoo, but I wouldn't have enough space, I'm afraid. But I could do it. Good. Emperor penguin are the biggest? Oh, I see. Yes, of course. A king is bigger than an emperor, clearly. I'd forgotten. Oh, wow. Look at all of them. So many penguins. I'm to add rock hopper penguins. Which one of those? Are those the ones that I keep on mixing up with puffins? that worked out fine. Do I want to fiddle with the height? Not really. I will do, but I don't really want to. Okay, path. Scooch around. Not very well. Might make like dotted bits here and there. Just to like join them up where I want them. Instead of like just adhering to the game's general, and scooch the paths around to make it fit better. Kind of a weird wonky bit there that I don't love, but yeah, let's fix it. That's a bit too aggressive, a little bit smoother right there. Because that's where I'm gonna have the entrance for the enclosure, so that my zookeepers can get in. At least that was the plan, but I can't seem to. Yeah, I guess there works. Not quite where I wanted it, but it'll work. I can put it up here. Fit anywhere. In the world? Sometimes it fits. What's happening? It's definitely flashing blue. I'm not crazy. Why is it having a hard time? Is it because the terrain's like not flat anymore? Whatever, you can go there. I can't be bothered to figure it out. There. Bit weird, bit wonky. It's that bit right there. It kind of bothers me. It's less noticeable there. Okay, and this path is awful, but it goes in. Means it will work. Hopefully that's fine. Really not gonna make it to midnight tonight, already getting tired, it's only 8 p.m. Ooh. Well, if you're getting tired, sleep. Take care of yourself. No sense staying when you're sleepy. Gotta make them healthy decisions, you know? So that's a really wonky angle. Just trying to make this like an outcrop so I can flatten this area to foundation, so I can kind of have an overhang. Maybe I like a stepped ledge here. There you go. Flatten this to terrain a bit, or to foundation rather. Maybe from there actually. That'll probably be a better idea, maybe. Maybe not. Smooth. Okay, I'll keep it like that. And that should be okay. That's a lot smaller. It's probably still quite a bit bigger than it needs to be. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it at this stage, though. Is that going to be considered outside of the terrain? I think I had a hippo enclosure a long time ago, and it would like get angry at me for having like a cave outside of the enclosure like this. I'm not sure if it'll matter. I'll wait until it gives me the warning, and then I'll think about it. There you go. That's okay, right? Right? You're only 4 hours away from 2024. Yeah. Whole world is here, basically. Yeah. I stream at a weird time, so I get people from Australia, Germany, somebody from the Netherlands, which is near Germany. Somebody from Sweden. America, a couple people from America. Not often. That's like, I mean, Patat and Michi, but it's definitely, yep, dirty habitats. This one. Oh, which other one? The other one got dirty. What's the moose enclosure? The moose and deer enclosures get dirty pretty quickly. But yeah, so I tend to have people from countries outside of America on the other side of the world where it is not currently super late. And Fishy, who I don't think is here today, is also from Slovenia, I think, if I remember rightly. So there's another person from not America. Fishy always misses my streams for some reason. They always want to come see him, but they always miss him. I can't turn my camera for some reason. Go. Okay. So now I'm going to put the penguins in after I check and see if there's more on the market. There is. Excellent news. They're all mine. Excellent. And now they're all going to go into the quarantine. Can they all go into the quarantine, I wonder? There's a lot of them. Oh yeah, I guess so. Is there an emperor penguin? No. Unless it's from a location I didn't specify on the, this, which I doubt. Problems if you go to bed now, then you'll wake up at midnight-ish again and solidify the sleep pattern more. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Chocolate milk? Ooh, tasty. I wish I wasn't lactose intolerant, because I used to love chocolate milk. I suppose I could just mix in chocolate with almond milk and it'd probably taste pretty good. I can't imagine it would taste bad. I just gotta wait. It's a vegan, no lactose harm. Ooh, nice. Exciting. Trying to push it a few more hours. Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea to try, I guess. You want to keep a regular sleep schedule if you can possibly manage it. But some days you just need sleep, so don't push yourself too hard. A Lego bonsai tree to build. Ooh, exciting. Sweden, yeah. Want to eat a thing, but you don't want to cook a thing? Guess that makes it instant noodle time. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I got some new instant noodles today. Well, not new. They're the same ones that I've gotten in the past, but they're... There's, the spicy noodles. Spicy chicken. And kimchi? I think I have spicy kimchi as well. Nongshim brand, if that helps identify what I'm talking about. They're good. I very much like them. I don't know if they're... Wait, maybe they're not chicken. What are they? Hold on, I have to Google it. They're over there, but I'm not going to stand up and find them. That's not helpful. It's just like gourmet spicy. Shim, it's Nongshim Shin Ramyun, which isn't helpful because I don't know what that is. Maybe it's not even chicken. Maybe it's just like generic broth, like big beef broth or something, mixed with like spicy stuff. But I love Nongshim so much. I wish it wasn't so expensive, but it's super good. Oh yeah, Nongshim, you like Nongshim? That's good. I was so excited when I found some. Because I was just trying random noodle brands out, because I didn't know what I wanted something different than just like Top Ramen or ramen noodles. was like, I want to just find something interesting, and so I found some. I was like, oh, this looks strange, and it says spicy on it, so I'll try spicy. So the gourmet spicy nongchim and the kimchi is I really like a lot, but they were expensive, so I have to have them sparingly. That's a treat. That's what you're having? Nice. Good taste. Good taste. I knew you were a VIP for a reason. Okay, put the 10 penguins all the way in here. Or the 9 penguins, sorry. You buy a whole bunch when they're heavily discounted because they last forever. I think everybody has the same idea, because whenever I try to go find them, they're always empty. And then when they're not marked down, they're everywhere. I think anytime they get marked down, they get bought up immediately. I'm gonna hang out here waiting for them to show up. I'm gonna greet my penguins when they walk to this door. Yeah, maybe I might just go online and buy like a crate of them. A crate? That's not what I meant, but like a lot of them. Rename one, sure. I'll rename 2. I can hear the seals greeting the penguins. First penguin. Who are you? Lachlan? More like Benedict. Who are you? Frankie? More like... Oh, no. What is... Shoot. I've forgotten the key command. Is it 0121? Oh, dang it. 0124? Nope. 0120? That's just the alphabet at this stage. 0234? Dang it. What is you with outs? That one. That's the one I want. What is the 10 key for that? Alt 0214. I was close. It's close. That's also an O, not a U. Whoops. It's also capital. I want a lowercase. How dare you do this to me? Lowercase U with umlaut. Alt 0252. That's what it is. Yeah, that was the one. I just copy yours. Yeah, that's what I meant to do, but I was too lazy to look at chat while I was... Well, I wasn't lazy, I was too distracted to look at chat while I was figuring it out. It would have helped, so I appreciate it, but I just didn't look. Okay, this enclosure's enormous. This is way too big, but maybe it's fine. I'm gonna pause so I can do everything. They need hard shelter. I figured they would, but I was hoping they wouldn't. Well, that's okay. I can probably manage that with some rocks right there. Or maybe I could like link up this edge here and have this as like an overhang to create a cave. That might be easier. Maybe not better, but definitely easier. Ah, right, of course, because there's water. I can't adjust the terrain. Sorry, swimming penguin. There. Then I'll pull this edge. I can't, because there's a freaking barrier on it. Alright. So we're gonna have to delete the barrier. Briefly. Like... There you go. Delete that. Pull the top of this edge off. Right here. The smaller size, please. Thank you. Pull this edge up with a bit larger size, because that's not doing enough. Edge to the side. I'm going to do something in a second. I just want this to like be one blob. And then I'll figure it out. Now shrink this a bit. 100%. Flatten the foundation. Sort of grind out that cave. I'm gonna have to make this a little bit less looking, but it's probably okay, mostly. That, I might have to pull the terrain as well down here to make sure it doesn't end up just trapping the penguins in the terrain somewhere. It is a game after all. That'll just happen sometimes. Doesn't quite get the cliff face thing going that I wanted now, but... Well, that was an accident. That's probably... That's not. I don't like that weird abrupt bit there. I'm going to have to pull this part over well. Then flatten the foundation here. Just to get rid of that weird looking bit. I angle it so it's more of a peak or a mountainous terrain. Doesn't look quite right being all bumpy and weird like that. Rounded, I guess, is what I'm looking for, not bumpy. Never gonna look right, is it? It's also hard to do it when it's snowing, because I can't see the terrain properly. That is not the button I wanted to do. 3 flatten to there. That will be enough for now. I will adjust this some other time. It's too hard to do it during the winter. What is the other penguin now called? It's Gunther. I named it Gunther. After my favorite fictional penguin. Oh. Yes, Adventure Time, yeah. How did you know? Freaking love Adventure Time. I haven't seen all of it, but I do love it. It's just like it's just a good time. It's just a really good time. It's just such a silly show. Gonna work? Maybe. I don't love how this is doing this. I want that to stop doing that. To make it a lot shorter. To not do that. There you go. Maybe turning it into a null barrier no matter what, so it's not a huge deal, but... I just want it to, like, look like a barrier, and not like some weird amalgamation of nonsense. Okay, pull this along, and null barrier this whole diagonal. There you go. It shouldn't be able to get up there anyway. It might be able to get up here. I'm going to adjust this a little bit to make sure it can't. It's a very steep edge. Ideally, won't be able to climb, but who knows? Like I said, I can always come back a little bit later and adjust it a little bit more carefully. I just need to make sure that the tunnel works before anything else, because it's going to get difficult to do anything in the snow. So once that's figured out, I'll worry about it. Okay. I don't know. Hold on. Because once upon a time, when I saw it, it was pronounced this way. Somebody spelled it that way. I don't know how it's actually spelled. I assumed it had the umlaut, but like maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. I don't speak that language. I don't know. Somebody once spelled it that way when I saw it, so maybe it's not spelled that way. But now it is. For legally distinct reasons, it's spelled that way. Not because I'm too lazy to figure out which penguin it was that I named. I didn't mean for the O, I just couldn't remember the thingy, but the U I did. I was the one I tried to do. Yeah, once upon a time I saw it written that way, and I was like, that's probably right. And I just never looked. See if it was. But I'm guessing it's not. Based on the confusion. Are they not able to get in the water? Oh, they can. There it is. Okay. Gunther is spelled that way there, but when it's supposed to be international, it's named Gunther. Yeah. But in Adventure Time, the penguin is specifically called Gunther. Gunther. Something like that. Or Gunther, yeah. I think they just mispronounce it a lot, but it's there. I don't know. I don't know if you even know what Adventure Time is. But it was an American cartoon from, well, I guess it still is. Well, it was pretty recently they did stuff. You know what it is? Okay, cool. Anyway, that's just what they call the penguin. I don't know. And there they spelled Gunther. They don't pronounce it that way. Soil. I need soil. I need to not have it be snowing right now. So I want it to have soil? I'll have soil in the cave, I guess. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but they need soil, apparently. How do I put soil under the water, too? Thinking about it. At least a little bit. Like, mostly sand, but some soil. Anyway. If it bothers you that I've named it that way, I can easily change it. I don't mind. I just have no idea how it's actually meant to be spelled. If it's wrong, then I don't mind spelling it. Hello, MopTop. Thank you again. How come you're giving out so many thingies suddenly? I mean, I appreciate it, but Why? Why? How much sand am I gonna have to put in here? Well, I'm putting a lot of sand in this place. It's not even, the bar's not going up at all. You're fine, just confused. Okay. I don't know. Because I thought it was a fun way to spell it, I guess. That's how I've always thought it was spelled. It might be wrong, but that's how I always thought it was spelled, so I just kept it that way. The sand is not going up high enough. Does it need to be specifically above water sand? Is that the issue? Not like it underwater sand? Or maybe not. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Ooh. I had a bunch of snow in here, I think. Well, actually, you need a lot of rock, apparently. Oh, no, that needs a lot less rock. That'll change when it's turned to snow. That's fine. The soil is kind of hard to manage. It needs soil. Okay, that's right. Now I need to not touch any of the sand. But I'm pretty sure as soon as I, like, paint this section, it'll turn back into... What's it? Yeah, there you go. Immediately, I lost the soil. This all needs to be snow. Ideally. I need to make it, cold. Habitat cooler. Please. There. One, like, up here. The water is cold, but I don't want it to be... Oh, the water's warm, isn't it, actually? It's not cold. Can I make it, like, Arctic? Arctic water? Gulpy? Oh, gross. poor penguins. Toxic. Ugh. Crystal. Oh, there you go. Okay. How are the penguins doing? They don't love it. They need more soil and more sand. Everything else is fine. Soil's kind of hard to manage. I don't really know what to do about that. The only place I can really make a different thing is this. Some sand at the very back. Like that? No, you hate that because you got rid of the soil. Okay, no matter what I do, they hate it. If I can make this part sand down here and they don't hate that, it'd be fine, but I think it has to be above water. That's done. Soil isn't. They still need more soil. I could, like, I guess push this out further. More space to... Oops. More space to work with. And get more... Oops. Did it again. More stuff. Lower the sensitivity. There. Now if I have that much room, I can probably put a little bit more soil in there. But generally speaking, I don't have much choice. Also, this is awful looking. I've heard that Fiona and Cake is very good, but I haven't seen it either. I also just haven't seen the rest, like all of Adventure Time. I need to watch the rest of it. I was watching it with a friend. And I'm waiting till we're both free from responsibilities to continue watching it. I wish, like, this is the exact issue I have. Is like, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to grab this and pull it. Won't let me. Okay, so soil and sand is just never going to be alright. Maybe they don't need this much, like, snow. Maybe that's probably the issue. Are these one of those penguins that doesn't need ice? one of those hot penguins? No, they need... well, 20 to 17 is pretty much neutral. Either cold or fine. I'll just, like, figure something out. No, because I can't do that. I need to make sure that, like... Because if it does snow for the world, I need to make sure it doesn't cover certain areas that I've turned to be the right thing. Let me pause, because they're going to start getting grumpy if I don't. Let me just get some... Oh, people are actually coming to see the penguins before I even get them set up. I didn't even give you a walk-in path yet. You can go down there and look at the penguins. Alright. Food enrichment. Let's get that out of the way. We need some of these underwater fishies. And some block of frozen fishies. Toys? Oh, the mobile. Yeah. Water jet? No. Rubber ducky. And submarine buoy. It's just a fun toy. Add some flowers. I can do that. I mean, I don't see why not. I have the means. I have the capacity. I would need to make sure it adheres to their desired biomes and things, but I could feasibly add flowers so they can look at them. Yeah, well, I'll see what I can do. Maybe not flowers exactly, but I can have, like, reeds. It's kind of like flowers. Penguins love rocks, like pebbles? Really? Very important? Really? I didn't know that. It's very interesting. Oh, they don't actually want that much coverage anyway, so I need to not put too much plants down. They get grumpy if you put the wrong kind of plant in, so I don't want to put down, like, a flower. I'm sorry, I can't adhere to your request. I'll put a flower outside for them. They don't have sunflowers. There. Just for the penguins, right here. They can look at it whenever they want. Why am I being filtered here? Set filters? Why won't it let me... Oh, I see, flower. Because I typed in a requirement. That's why. Is there such a thing as pebbles in the game? I can add small rocks, but I can't make them that small. Like, this is the... I can go smaller than that. But, like, there's no, like, pebble-sized rocks. Unless I was to, like, do this. Like 100 times. Then you could have some pebbles. It feels like it would cause a lot of problems with the rendering, though. Having a million giant rocks hidden under the ground most of the way. The performance is going to tank really bad. I'm just gonna... Oh, I didn't mean to grab the freaking plant, too. Whoops. Edit group. It's from the group. Go. Duplicate an advanced move. this is a lot of effort for something that's barely noticeable. There's some pebbles. I'll even, for the sake of consistency, I'll even like grab some of these. Remove that. Oops, grab this. Remove that. Then merge those into a group. And duplicate those. Move them over here. My camera so this actually works. They need pebbles. It's important as food. Really? That's fun. Well, they've got some pebbles to chew on then. To show their love to their penguin wife and make penguins go look for beautiful pebbles. You don't want to steal their love language from them? I suppose not. Well, they've got a few pebbles then. I can't give them too many more because I think it would probably just cause my PC to crash. The game's already like kind of chugging every once in a while whenever I look at the crowds. I don't want to make it too much worse. But they got the little pebbles. I can't make them any smaller. If I could, I'd do that. Although there might be some like under construction? Pebble? No. Stone? No. Rock? No. Small? Nah. No luck. They got some. They got a few pebbles here and there. It'll be done. Now I gotta figure out how to manage their stinking habitat soil level and sand levels. I guess I could add like a heater over here in the corner that never freezes. Make it small. Very small heater at like 15 degrees so it doesn't freeze. 10 degrees maybe. And then add sand and dirt there. Kind of cheesing the system, but if it works, it works. I don't know how to do it otherwise. Kind of difficult. It's not cooperating, really. There you go. Perfect. Exactly enough. Now make sure this is the right size so that it keeps them from freezing. Looks the heater isn't heating at all, which is fine, but I need to know how big it gets. So I will have to turn it up so I can see the heat. See what level it goes to or where it goes to on this edge. Just like there. What does that look like? Pretty close. Move to like here. Well, maybe not. Push it up to like there. Might be in. No. Okay, and we'll see if that works well enough to make them happy. It's kind of a steep hill. Could have chosen the less steep section of that hill. This is one tree in the middle of all conglomerating around this. You have any other toys you can actually play with that aren't just like water bits and bobs? Give you a sprinkler, I guess. A water jet. Not particularly. Impressive. Have a shower here. And so that when they go into their nest, they're clean. Okay. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get, I think. Not the most interesting habitat to look at. And this is kind of like an ugly little fixture, but it would take a lot of finagling to make it less ugly. That's a really big enclosure. I misjudged how big these penguins were. I thought they'd be a lot bigger than this. But if I can't decorate it, I can't really do much else to make it nicer. There you go. Giant. Scoot that here, actually. Penguin. Giant. Not quite that big. Actually, you can go quite a bit larger than I thought you could. That's alright. It overlaps a bit in the enclosure, but outside the enclosure it's fine. Same here. Penguin. Giant. But not so giant that it intersects my guests. There you go. Yeah. We got our donation buckets, we got our education. It's not the most exciting enclosure, but there's not much I can do about it, fortunately. It's kind of just has to be plain. I guess I could probably put rocks down. Like decorative rocks rather than the I love rocks. Nature. I could add like little ice floats. Pretend they're not rocks, but like just ice. I have a line to water beyond here? I sure do. Hey Bert, how you doing? It's going good. Good-ish. I'm very tired, so I might have to call it quits pretty soon. Really early, unfortunately, but I didn't get much sleep. And I'm getting there. Getting to the point where I'm like losing focus. In trains of thought and whatnot. But good otherwise. But I was really excited to play Planet Zoo again, because it actually worked and I was happy about it. So I wanted to at least, even though I'm really tired, I wanted to at least get like a 2.5 hour stream in. Crim's passing out over here, yeah! So I wanted to go for 2.5 hours and then call it, I think. That way I can at least get a little bit of Planet Zoo in. No, it's not nearly as much as I'd like. I think it's probably enough. You're just clipping right through that rock, huh? I went through all this trouble to like make that rock a nice little addition to your pond. You decided to go right through it. Kind of inconsiderate, if I'm honest. A little bit disappointing in you, Penguin. You could have at least pretended that it was a obstruction to you. You're also gonna go to sleep and forgot to put your sleep emote back in. Oh no. Alright, well. Take care. Sleep well. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out and chatting and all that. I appreciate it. Good luck getting to 500, I believe. Oh yeah. The drown thing. I don't know if you could it wasn't really drowning exactly. I just forgot to I forgot to screw the cap on my water bottle. So when Dragon redeemed a hydrate, I grabbed the bottle and like shook it like I normally do, like this. And when I did that, all the water splashed all over my front. And I had to like pause stream and clean it up and had to change clothes. I was soaking wet. I emptied like half a bottle on top of myself. Because my water bottle is one of those wide neck water bottles. So it doesn't retain water like a normal water bottle would. And it just splashed everywhere. It was awful. Why do I shake my bottle? It's to let people know that I'm doing the thing. To show us, yeah, to show you. To let you know that I'm doing the thing. You would die laughing if the bottle flew off again. Yeah. The cap's tightly on now. Dangerous fighting. No! The deer are fighting. Which ones? I assume the stags, but I don't see another stag anywhere in here. I assume that means they've been injured and taken to the hospital. Nope. It's Anton. You may be removed. Released to the wild. I can't release you to the wild. Well, you may be removed then. Why can't you be removed? Is it because you're the one? You're the. They might. I think because they were the alpha originally, maybe, and they can't be removed because they were the one I bought for money. And Dimitri is the new alpha, who is the son of all the other deer in this pen, so he's going to be neutered. This sounds a little bit stupid. What part sounds stupid? The me splashing water all over myself, or me shaking the bottle to let people know I'm drinking? Both are kind of stupid. One of them is significantly more stupid than the other, I think. But, yeah, I don't disagree. Anton's staying. Don't know what to do. Well, I guess Anton's the alpha anymore, but I guess Dimitri can be released to the wild. Actually, I can put Dimitri in the pen, can't I? And hang out in there until the other one's out. Alright. As far as enclosures go, this is one of my more boring ones. I'm not disappointed in it exactly, but I wish it was more interesting. I just don't know what to do to make it more interesting. Not a lot going on with it in the first place, because it requires you to be, like, very sparse with the decorations. Apparently it was just Planet Zoo, just being weird. Violet Rose over here also had the same issue last time, or like recently. Or just wasn't working for whatever reason. Apparently it was just a Planet Zoo thing. So it worked today. With no input from me whatsoever. And I'm glad. Yes, very good indeed. Okay, hopefully these are popular. They're really out of the way, so I imagine the guests aren't going to enjoy walking here. I was told by somebody that guests enjoy looping paths. And they're more likely to go on a path that like loops together with other paths. I should probably extend this range. I don't have to do that so much manually. Awkward. What an awkward connection. Turn off angle snap if you're going to be uncooperative. There. So, ideally that'll cause them to walk along the path. Or, you know, increase the likelihood of them walking along the path. Whether or not they will, we will see. But no way to know until it happens. Or doesn't. And we're gonna have one of those special split path ones there. And then I'm going to put these along the outer edge because I don't want them to reflect against the window that much. Okay. It's done. Hopefully the penguins don't get alarmed by the lights. They do. Too bad for them. The 9 p.m. fireworks time. It's one of my neighbors has been lighting off fireworks for the last like 4 or 5 days. Because nobody knows how to be patient and wait for the holiday to begin. It's terrible. But it is what it is. If it was like the cool fireworks that go up in the sky and explode and look nice, it'd be fine. But it's never those. I know the neighbor who it is, because they've lived there for a long time. I just know who they are. They make homemade explosives and call them fireworks, and they just put them in plastic bottles and light them off, and they're just incredibly loud explosions. That's all they are. And he absolutely loves them. He makes them every year. It's nothing. It's not a firework. It's not fun to look at. It's just a really, really loud explosion. It's so annoying. It's definitely not legal, but I'm not gonna call the cops on him. It's annoying, but he's not hurting anybody. Just being annoying. He only does it like the week leading up to any holiday, so it's only like it's only like occasionally. Sounds so American. Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. It is very American to just light off fireworks all the time for no reason. Some of us don't share the same enthusiasm for the holiday like that, but I can't pull that. But my neighbor sure does. It can only be sold after the 28th, you think? And since then, you can hear fireworks? Yeah, we don't have restrictions quite like that. We do have them where, like, you can buy fireworks, but, like, only certain times a year. But you can buy... I don't know how to explain it. You have, like, kiosks up for, like, a month before either the 4th of July or New Year's. And the kiosks are just up, and you just go down to the local firework kiosk and buy like Roman candles and bottle rockets and etc., etc. Fireworks that are very much not legal, but nobody stops them because it's America, and it's like even though they're technically illegal, it's patriotic or some nonsense, so you're allowed to buy them. Nobody gets in trouble for it. Some people love to burn their money. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Wow, look at the core strength on this seal. They working out. Impressive. As opposed to this one over here. Just flopping around. These holes are terrifying. Should I fill them in? I left. I guess they could, like, I suppose, make people nervous. As long as I keep them a separate color, I can fill them in. All the flopping seal Burt. Sure. Bort. This Bort won't die, ideally. It's looking at me. Bort. Just cover the sinkhole with a thin layer of soil. Yeah, it's not my problem. It's fine. I just need to. It's so that I know where they are. You know, as long as I know where the sinkholes are, it's fine. There's definitely not a railway system underneath of here that I need to be aware of. There. Store my yeah. Make it what is it called, a punji pit or something like that? Is that what it's called? The bamboo sticks. Look at this poor guy. Just coming down to work. Like, these two people are so sad. Oh, poor gal, my mistake. These two people just, like, hanging out down here working in the dark tunnel that for the train that doesn't go anywhere. It's just pitch black down here. There's nothing going on. I don't even know what the other sinkhole is. It's somewhere around here. That one there. There's a second one, like, right next to it somewhere. Maybe it's over here. There's definitely two sinkholes next to each other. I think it might be right here, but I think I filled it in. They get notified that I just sealed the air vents. No, they've got air. There's a staircase over here that let them come down here to begin with. Just sort of isn't complete yet. See? Yeah. Yeah, there's air. Kind of. It's enough air. Probably. Suddenly planets who got a lot less wholesome will find a way. They don't call me the war criminal for nothing. But no, I just thought it was a funny idea, so I did it. It's literally pointless. Nobody's ever going to see that. It's just something that I can do. You know, why not? Only we'll know that they're down there. And I'll definitely forget by next week. Then it'll be a little treat when I go down there to finish my subway, you know? Yeah, I did one enclosure today. It's not like the best enclosure, but I'm okay with it. I'm fairly happy with it. I would have liked to do more, but I'm just very tired, and I don't think I'll be able to do a good one. I really absolutely despise this little, like, lumpy cave thing that I've done here, but I don't know what to do to improve it. Maybe just like just shoving some rocks on the side of it might make it look nicer. You happy that we got Benedict? Yeah. Let's do Tundra. Because like, I can add like things and stuff to the side of these caves to make them to make the rocks here look less round, boring. But there's not a whole lot I can do to improve the general shape and appearance of it, other than just hope this takes. I could add like more detailing to the front and like along this edge, I guess. I was like do this sort of thing along the edge, so that it's not just a, so it's like not, so it's more of a flat edge than just like this rounded one. That might make it more interesting. It wouldn't improve this section here clearly, but might be better than nothing. Something along that line, you know. It's like a little bit of variety to the edge here. Isn't like super, not super bad, but not super interesting. I don't want it to like take away from the enclosure itself, really. Not that there's much to see, of course, but it needs to be subtle enough that it doesn't look terribly manufactured. Adding like jagged pieces that don't quite look right together makes sense. Having like stones sticking out here and there along the edge might be okay. I could add like basalt pillars too if I felt like it, but that's kind of a lot of effort. I don't think that coincides with the penguin location very well. Although I don't actually know. Besides, this will also corrode away, and they'll get more like more little pebbles to play with and gift to their penguin spouses. There, that's a bit better. A little bit more interesting looking. Suppose I could do a similar thing with this section here. Yeah. You have a cave to sleep in, you know. Made you a cave. Wow. Penguin. That penguin's a monster. It's trying to get out. It's just taking a nap to recover its strength after almost busting out. Oh no. It's awakened. Contemplating best way to break it this time. Oh, I wonder if it's again. It's again. Come on now. Didn't we already settle this? Chris Gold Star Deer over here. A hot shot, up and comer. Vanished. Excuse me. Back over to my penguins. I adjust their habitat more to make them look a little bit nicer. That's the wrong section. Kind of want to find a way to make this edge nicer. I don't want them to go up and down this section. I don't like that they keep on like trying to climb up this really steep hill. Ideally, try and make it less traversable. Adding like a series of rocks along the edge that I want them to actually follow. But realistically, it's just preventing them from swimming from here to here. But who knows if that'll actually make a difference. Doesn't look like it, considering I'm watching this one bump their belly into the rock. Maybe it's alright. Oh, they're standing on the rocks. Oops. Which one used Benedict? There's Gunther. That's Ethan. That's Ella. That's George. That's Sophia. That's Max. They're here somewhere. Probably. I did click on Benedict. The biggest one. I don't... Are they? They might be. No. Definitely not. Well, maybe. That one's standing on a platform. I think they might be among the smallest ones. Biggest personality. How about that? Very distinguished. Really like running over this plate of fish, just like stomping all over it. It's so silly watching them run. Distinguished gentlemen. Time for your swim. Decided to go down the steep bit onto my rock that's meant to stop them going down the steep bit. It backfired. Now they're taunting me. Oh, dipped your toes in and decided you didn't want to swim after all. That's fine, I guess. You know, sometimes you make a split decision. Oh. I want to make them slide on their bellies more. I don't know how to do that. Those probably don't have any control over that. I guess they just do it when they want to do it. Well, anyway. I think it's about time for me to wind down. I'm gonna head off, because I'm incredibly tired. And, I want to go to bed. So, sorry I had to cut the stream short today. But I'm about to pass out. So, take care. Have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening. Whatever time it is for you. Thanks for hanging out, chatting, lurking. I appreciate it. I'll be back with Planet Zoo again next week. Same day. Tomorrow I'm playing They Are Billions. And the day after that I'm playing Heat Signature. See you next year. Yeah, see you next year. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.